Hello YouTube, it's Alex Reptiles. And for a couple of months now, I've been having people on YouTube message me and people on Facebook message me. Just ask me a couple of ball python questions. Because they want to get into ball pythons. They ask me how much money do I spend on them? How much do I expect in buying a good quality morph snake? Where can I get ball pythons? How much money do you spend? What do I need for them? And I'm gonna try to answer all those questions for you guys. Well, number one, when you get these snakes, you want everything you need. You want everything to benefit the snakes, which includes heat tape or heat bulb, thermostats. And my idea of taking care of all these snakes, you really want a rack system. You really don't want to go for tanks because you're just going to pile up with tanks and it's just going to be too much room on tanks and not enough snakes. As you can see here, I have about 25 snakes. They're all in the slots. About 25 snakes, and you can barely even tell. You know, it's only one side of my closet. I also fit about 25 here. Like I had about 50 snakes in this closet. Nobody would even know. But with tanks, guys, I'll probably be able to fit like at least maybe 10, 20 gallon tanks in this closet. And it shows you about the rack system being a much better use for housing a lot of ball pythons. Pricing. These snakes can range anywhere from $25 to $20 to all the way to $25 to probably about 60 grand. I don't have no 60 grand snakes in my collection, but I do have some medium range ball pythons. If you're thinking about getting into breeding and you guys don't know about genetics, there are books out there on ball python genetics that are very helpful. There's also a great book from Kevin McCurley, which will answer all your questions. You know, he is the ball python god, reptile god as well, in my opinion. So you can definitely answer all your questions in that book. Really, really great book. I do have that book. I was going to show you guys it, but I think I let one of my friends borrow it. Cause a lot of my friends actually want to buy a couple of my ball pythons off me when I hatch them out. And I like that people actually buying my snakes are actually very dedicated and actually taking the time to go read a book and find out about those snakes. So I'm glad my my offspring will go to great homes. These snakes do eat a lot. I feed my females once a week. I also feed my males every 2 times a week. Not 2 times a week. I feed my females 2 times a week and my males once a week. When it comes down to breeding season, that's what I do. But throughout the other months, I usually feed my females once a week and my males I feed them twice a month. Only depends on if I want a special snake to get to a certain size. I'll put a little more food into them. But it's a lot of fun doing, guys. You work with a lot of cool morphs, a lot of cool combos you can produce. And these things just look amazing. They do have attitude, some do have attitude, but most of them, 90% of them, are very good snakes. This snake doesn't have an attitude. A couple of my snakes in my collection do have attitudes. Well, ball pythons are not bad whatsoever. They're really great pets. As you can see, I have a bunch of rats here. I ordered my rats from Rodent Pro. Really good place. I buy in bulk. I buy about 500 rats to 700 rats every time I stack up. I leave my rats in freezers. I leave them actually in the freezer where actually I have food and everything. I don't have a separate freezer because I just don't have room for it right now. But as my collection grows, I'm pretty sure I have to invest in a mini freezer. I know certain parents don't want rats in their freezer. I don't blame them whatsoever. But guys, if you guys are planning on going to Petco or a pet store to pick up mice and rats, you're gonna break the bank. They're very expensive. They're probably about $5 for a small rat, $3 for a mouse. It's really gets out of hand and ridiculous. So your best bet is really just buying these rats and mice offline. They'll come right to your door, so you don't really have to go out and get them to come right to you. People ask me again for starting snakes. What starter snake should I start with? I feel like the best what you best should do is get at least 4 snakes, 1 male, 3 females. And again, guys, it's up to you guys what you want to produce and what you want to make. It's not really up to me. But if I was gonna redo it, what I would do is probably get a hypo pastel. And I'll get hypo pastel male, and for my females I would get a head hypo spider, head hypo Mojave, and head hypo pinstripe. Just because you have your co-dominant, your dominant, and your recessive, and plus you can make a lot of cool morphs like the hypo pastavi and honeybee, for example. Really cool stuff. And plus, guys, ghost genes sell very well. But guys, if you're in it for the money, I'm telling you guys, it's not gonna work out whatsoever. A lot of money goes into this. About 80% of my paycheck goes into this, and not because I have to, just because I want to. I really enjoy working with these animals, and guys, you need a lot of time. As a collection like mine, which is not fairly large, it's large to me because it's probably the most things I had at one time. It is very time consuming, you know. At times, you know, you gotta spend hours to clean them out, hours to get them new water, hours to check on them. But it's really fun, guys, going through your collection and see these things grow. And, you know, the best thing about this, guys, is have fun. If you want me to sum it up and explain to you guys what you really should need to take care of all this, it's really determination and a drive. You just really gotta have this in your heart to do all this. It's like athletes, guys. You know, athletes train all year just to be the best that they could be. So when it comes down to this, you guys really want the best. As you see, I have a homemade rack. You can make homemade racks. But you really want the best stuff for them, like best thermostats, because the snakes need heat, and you're gonna want perfect heat for them. And thermostats are the best way to go. For example, you have the Helix, which is a pretty good product, and the Herpstat as well, very good products. Both of them are very good. Without a Herpstat, without a thermostat, guys, you're really having the risk of your snakes dying. So there's no reason to really put money into a collection if you don't care about their health. For money, I probably spend about $800 on rats every 3 to 4 months, which is not too bad in my opinion. Alright, guys, again, just have fun what you're doing. Any more questions, just feel free to ask. Have a good one, guys. Bye.